We're making a movie. We're making a cinematic experience for our audience every week. It's huge. It's a lot bigger than we even anticipated. Building an entire forward operating base, building an entire Afghan village, going up in Black Hawk helicopters.
There's only 3 of these in the United States. All the pilots have flown in a war zone. So they're very experienced. Really makes this show feel like we're right there in the midst of it. And I love the Black Hawk work.
Sounds like chaos down there. For better or worse, we're going in.
This is really about offering audiences insight into a world and a group of characters who really run the gamut.
I like you both, all right? You're damn good medics. Hey, can you hear me? I'm gonna get you out of here, okay?
We chose Santa Clarita because there's a part of Santa Clarita where we're in that we can match pretty closely to Langham province in Afghanistan. And then we had Fahim, the actor that plays the warlord, who's also our technical advisor.
I read the script thanks to Roberto. He wrote it so well, and everything is the makeup, wardrobes. They're all so professional. I thought I'm going to be in trouble. I'm going to fix this, and I couldn't find any flaws.
Mamila?
Trade?
Tijarat? Oh, kana, bale.
How do you get research on a warlord of Afghanistan? You're not going to find it on the internet. You're not going to find it anywhere. He helped me correct it to the point where it was like, okay, that's what a warlord interior in Afghanistan in a rural town would look like.
What Tomas has been able to do for us, our production designer, is nothing short of miraculous. He built an entire forward operating base for us, and our interiors on stage blend seamlessly with our exteriors, so you have them racing towards the OR outside on our forward operating base, cut through 2 doors that burst open, and suddenly you're on our stage, and it's exactly what you would expect that next part of the set to be. What he's done for us has given us our 3rd character, which is our setting.
I tell you what, the first time I walked onto the set, I just looked around and I was like, these people are not playing at all.
Every set that we've been on, the details are amazing. The set dressing did an amazing job. The construction, our guys who have been overseas, when they were on sets, go like, it's eerie how similar this is, right down to the chews, which are the housing units where we stay. We've got Humvees, we've got ambulances, we've got everything. The world is just alive.
How'd you manage to get an ambulance?
Every single thing has been thought of, it's been gone over, and it's been taken care of. Having a set that's really just perfect, it places you in it so much easier when you show up to do your job.
I think people who have been out there are hopefully going to just go like, this is exactly what it is. And, you're doing a scene and a Black Hawk helicopter just lands for real, and you're not on a soundstage.
If you go out, you see that base, and you see how realistic it looks. There's very little that's left to the imagination, so as an actor, it's a wonderful gift. Coming from theater, knowing how important the imagination is, it's great. But to be on set and to be there, it just puts you in the world.
It was a scale model. We built what was there that we had to start with, which was a couple of walls and a couple of guard shacks. Just with cardboard, we started building containers and building tents and building things, and I just created like a little bit of a menu of elements, and then we just started placing them on this scale model. It helped a lot because it was like being able to organize our heads around what we had to work with and how we could add to it and what areas we would use to play, and if the helicopter comes in or if trucks come in. And we did a double stacked layer of containers and put a control tower above it and filled it up with radio and gears and everything.
Command, this is Bravo 1. It's quite different being on set and working with weapons and kind of feeling what the soldiers have to wear and what they have to go through, and running with all this gear on is a really eye-opening experience for me.
I'm very impressed with the level of authenticity that they're striving for. Everything from, what people are doing in the background, making sure that they look okay, to see if they can match the reality of, what happens over there, which is never how it's supposed to happen. You have all your policies, you have all of your ideas laid out, and then when you go to combat, you make the best you can with what you have. But everybody from the actors, director, writers,
action!
They're very keen on making sure that it has the sense of realism that I experienced as a part of my combat tour and also the other military advisors.
Before every scene, actual 68 whiskeys would come and describe everything.
We have military consultants who help us with the general military stuff. Greg Bishop, he sits on set whenever we do anything at the base, and he'll look for every little detail. Say, that wouldn't happen. That you'd never see. He's not holding his gun right. They're not dressed properly. They're not walking properly. They're not saluting properly. This is how they would be.
I walked in on the first day of set. Usually that first day of set is when I have to have these conversations with actors and with, the hairdressers and the producers, and we didn't have to do that. They were boom, they got the haircut and they were ready to go.
Well, for the military look, there's all the rules and regulations that go along with that. We stuck very close to all of that. And then as far as the Afghan look, Tomas, our production designer, really had a beautiful vision, trying to make the village look like a painting. And so we've really gone with that, with the colors, just in overall the whole look. Lots and lots of research, of course, went into that. I have an entire wall just built on that kind of research.
My whole life, I've wanted to play a soldier. Grew up on an Air Force base in Colorado Springs, and 3 of my very best friends are career military members. When I talked to Michael about the backstory for Sasquatch, he told me that I used to be an Army Ranger, and one of my very best friends, like in high school, became an Army Ranger. So I got to do some of my research. I talked to him on the phone for hours and hours at a time, asking him questions about what base life was like, what it was like dealing with Afghan villagers. Basic protocol, even from my gear that I'm wearing, it's all exactly specified to what he told me, which is really cool.
They're striving to do everything as close to, real life as possible.
I managed to stabilize him on the bird, man. He's still in pretty bad shape.
I'll take it from here, Sergeant. Also, by getting it right, we're honoring the real men and women who are, fighting for everyone.
The actors are very dedicated to making it as real as possible. In the scene when they're performing a medical procedure, they'll call me over to make sure that, the needles are in the right place or whatever that detail is that's going to stand out in the shot. They want to be seen doing it right. And I think they want to pay tribute to the medics and the job of the medics as well.